Muslims in Iran have joined those in other countries across the world to mourn the day of Ashura. That's the day marking the martyrdom anniversary of Prophet Muhammad's grandson, Imam Husayn. This year, however, the occasion is marked differently amid the coronavirus pandemic. Yusuf Jalali has a report from Tehran.
Voices of grief and sorrow for a man who was killed in an unequal battle some 14 centuries ago. Just like every year, this district in downtown Tehran is the scene of mourning processions on the day of Ashura to mark the martyrdom anniversary of the third Shia Imam. Imam Husayn and 72 of his companions were killed by forces of the second Umayyad Caliph Yazid in modern-day Iraqi city of Karbala. It happened after the Imam refused to pledge allegiance to Yazid, who was known for corruption and injustice. Still, after 14 centuries, the love for Imam Husayn continues to blaze in the hearts of Shia Muslims. But this year, there's a tangible difference, where mass gatherings have given way to socially distanced processions in the wake of the coronavirus pandemic. To contain the coronavirus pandemic, mourning processions are only allowed to be held in open-air environments. Mourners must have their masks on and keep the safe distance. Mourning venues are also disinfected beforehand.
We will not allow the legacy of Imam Husayn to slip into oblivion. We owe our identity as Muslims to his sacrifices. But it does not mean that we ignore our health. We hold the mourning ceremonies while sticking to extreme health protocols.
Imam Husayn was the grandson of Prophet Muhammad. According to historical accounts, the Imam stood against Yazid to revive the true Islam taught by his grandfather.
Yazid was not a Muslim, but a hypocrite who misused Islam to keep his foothold as a caliph. Imam Husayn sacrificed his life to expose Yazid's hypocrisy. Our Imam exposed the fact that Yazid was willing to kill the grandson of the Prophet of Islam just to protect his rule.
Come rain or shine, Muslims don't miss out on Ashura ceremonies, not only as an occasion for mourning, but a means to preserve the legacy of Imam Husayn and pass it on to the next generation. Yusuf Jalali, Press TV, Tehran.
From Belfast, I'm joined by S.A.W, who's an Islamic world expert. Good to have you with us, S.A.W. As you also watched in this report, as it mentioned, 14 centuries pass, and still the message of Ashura and that of Imam Husayn is still there. It's been made eternal, and it's appealing to both the ears of Muslims and non-Muslims worldwide. What's the secret behind this?
We can see the continuation of the Imam Husayn, peace be upon him, the creation of the continuation and the creation of that revolution. Its legacy today vibrate globally in all the continents. It guides the oppressed to how to struggle, how to accumulate their struggles, their even little steps of little struggles to achieve a victory against the tyrants and the tyrannical regimes, and to be able to live in a free and dignified communities. That's you can see from the achievements which Imam Husayn done during his life, and become a humanitarian symbol in the struggle, be it with positive expressions and vibes till today. As I said, the revolution of the Imam Husayn represented resistance of the people who refused to live under injustice and these tyrants who try to impose their own will against them and to falsify their values, as the Umayyad tried to do, to change the real Islamic identity, as Yazid did. During that period, you can see the people even prepared to stand and lose their lives in protecting their real values. The real values, which mean at the time the original teachings of the Islam, which they received through Prophet Muhammad ﷺ and Imam Ali and the other Khalifas. and they refused the political agendas which were put against the will of the society. So this is the lesson you can learn. The struggle against these tyrants become a must, not something for just the elite or the vanguard or some pioneers. It's a public resistance supposed to be, and that's manifested during the struggle of Imam Husayn, and people joined ranks and refused the will of these tyrants, even on the expense of them losing their lives.
Exactly. Thank you very much for your comments, S.A.W, Islamic world expert. Join me from Belfast.